It turned out that United were just a bit too wasteful today, but the mood, it was very strange. I think everybody expected that to get disallowed. I think probably argue even some of the Middlesbrough players, but the fact is it wasn't. And unfortunately for United, they just didn't react, because from then they created a couple more chances, but they never really had the strong stranglehold in the game like they did earlier on.
Let's clarify that decision. And if you were lucky enough to be watching the coverage, you'd have seen Craig put his sparkly new glasses on to read this one out. On Middlesbrough's goal against Manchester United, Simon Stone from BBC Sport said, "This is what I have received back as the reason for the equaliser being given. As we know, accidental handball in the build-up to a goal doesn't now mean the goal is disallowed. In this instance, the on-field decision was that it was accidental handball, as the ball came off the player's body onto his arm. The VAR agreed."
But that contradicts this.
Here's Law 12.
So that that statement you just read out contradicts what a handball offence is if a player touches the ball with their hand arm when it has made their body unnaturally bigger, which I don't doubt anybody who could watch that and say Watmore's arm wasn't out making his body bigger. Whether it was intentional or not, or an accident, it is a nonsense, and I'll tell you why, right? There'll be people who watch the games and watch this show and debate all these decisions, will say, oh, it's not intentional. Trust me, you watch all the decisions over any league over a weekend, most of the handballs that are given are not intentional. How many handballs do you see with somebody like pushing it forward? Maybe one or two. When a defender is defending a cross and he does this, he's not intentionally trying to handle the ball, he's just made his arm bigger. If the ball then strikes his arm and his arm is out there, a penalty is given because he's unnaturally made his arm bigger. He hasn't intentionally tried to play the ball. So it's convoluted in the way it's written, but Kasey and I are both, and I think Nedum's on the same page, is that once he has the bad touch, it then hits his arm, which is extended and has made his arm bigger.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.